by far more than countries together.
If we go to Luxor, you will find the great archaeology and the
Aswan,
ancient
Minya, Suhag.
pharaonic monuments, the temples, the beautiful temples over there.
Exactly. If you ask anyone in the world what's the most famous monument around the world, everybody will say the pyramids. That's for sure.
True.
We have the beaches, we have
the weather,
we have the food, we have the people, we have the culture, we have the deserts, even Egyptian deserts. It's
great safaris.
Exactly, it's one of the kind in the world. The White Desert, the Black Desert, Crystal Mountain, Farafra, the Oasis, Siwa, Sinai, Red Sea. It's so many. Even the Red Sea, it's one of the best, if not the best,
resorts worldwide.
Resorts and diving spots in the world.
Yeah. There are new trends in tourism, like entertainment tourism, adventure tourism, shopping tourism worldwide. I mean, this is taking place worldwide. Where are we from these new trends?
Well, that's in continuous with what we were talking about, is how we get more tourists. We want to reach almost 30 million tourists by 2030. Hopefully this would happen. How we will reach that, it's a difficult thing. First of all, tourism is always affected by politics.
Yeah.
So, and especially in Egypt, we are in a very fragile region. So if things happen like what happened last October in Gaza, it affected us.
It affects the whole region, actually.
Affects the whole region, and it affected us especially.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. The other thing is how we facilitate things for the travelers. Nowadays, the trend, as you said, is entertainment tourism, which is we can say it's all about coming to have entertainment, shopping, go to concerts, go to festivals, yes, stay at night. It's just entertaining themselves. The best example for that, it's, let's say, Las Vegas in the US. It's all about entertainment.
Definitely.
So this is one thing. The other thing is also adventure tourism. People now travel the world for adventure, whether it's climbing a mountain or diving or going swimming with the sharks. This is one thing that is really famous in South Africa. If you go to South Africa, you can book a tour to dive with the great white shark.
Okay. Is it dangerous or anything?
You go in a cage.
Yeah.
It's not dangerous, but it needs someone who wants to do that. Otherwise, you'll get panic.
Yeah.
It's a great white shark. It's the biggest shark in the world coming to attack you. So you need to be really, have strong heart. Still, this tour is booked for like 2-3 years in advance. Because so many people, all people go to South Africa want to do that. People travel to Australia to see and play with the
kangaroo.
Not the kangaroo, crocodiles and alligators. It's famous in Australia. People travel to some cities to do sky diving, or it's this kind of tourism. Safaris. We can do that. Just need.
But we have great safaris here in Egypt.
We have great safaris. I told you we have great safaris. One of the best. Still, it's not really. We are not making the best out of it.
How are we promoting and branding Egypt abroad?
Egypt, it's as you said, Egypt has it all. This is the main slogan for Egypt, and underneath it, so many other. It depends which market. Mainly, most of the campaigns and most of the companies are focusing on two things. It's safe because, unfortunately, media, especially in the Western world, they drive the people to idea of Egypt and the whole region. It's not safe. So if you go there, it's a different culture. You have to respect you. So many things like that. So the campaigns mainly are focusing on Egypt is safe. You can come, you can do anything. It's a very safe country. It's friendly people. One of the great campaigns, it was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. It was under the name of People to People.
Yeah.
It was all about Egyptian people, not the monuments, not the destination, but the people themselves. And the Egyptians are friendly. We are friendly by nature, so this should reflect on the tourism sector, and
definitely.
it should be reflecting on how we treat travelers, because they are at the end our guests, and usually we are we are generous with our guests.
Definitely, hospitality is one of the main touristic attractions in Egypt. Now, when we talk about new cities that were established, like the New Alamein city that was established along the north coast, how far does this enhance Egypt's tourism appeal?
New Alamein, this is a great example for entertainment tourism. New Alamein, it's a new city. There is nothing there. Actually, it was
a beautiful beach.
It was a death field. You know, that was a land full of landmines from World War II.
But it was transformed now to a beautiful city.
The army did a huge job and great job by removing all these landmines and transforming the place from a death place to a place full of life.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of festivals and entertainment parties that took place last year during the summer.
Still, that's in the summertime. Hopefully, I hope it will be throughout the year. And this is the main idea of doing and creating New Alamein city, is to have
work around the year.
City. It's like Alexandria. Alexandria is working throughout the year. And that should be the case for Alamein, and that should be the case for the entire north coast. Unfortunately, it's not. It's just working
during the summertime.
3 months in the summer, and the rest of the year is closed. While on the other side, from the Mediterranean, they work around the year.
Yeah.
So hopefully New Alamein city and the other new cities will do this and work throughout the year and start to attract tourists that are looking for this. So we need to create attractions for them. We need to have, like I said, shopping places, entertainment places, concerts, places for nightlife. This is what people are looking for, entertainment parks, things like Disneyland and so on, theaters, movie. I remember, like, until 20 or 30 years ago, theaters was one of the main attractions for the Arab tourists coming to Cairo and to Alexandria in summertime to see the Egyptian
We used to have great comedians also.
Exactly.
We used to come to watch plays for Adel Imam, Muhammad
so many names.
That's true.
Great names. So
true.
Hopefully this will come back. This is what people now are looking for. So
entertainment more.
Exactly.
Concerts, plays, theater, festival maybe.
Exactly. So, like for instance, if you go
what
to
about art festivals and exhibitions?
So far, it's there, but it's not yet as they say. It's not a big hype, or not. It's not trendy yet. Maybe for us, maybe for some Arab travelers, but we need to. If we want to get more international travelers, we need to bring them what they want. International stars, you know, if you have have a big name from the States or from Europe, come to have a concert here, it will bring people love to fly after their favorite stars. Sports. If we can have an international competition in sports, I don't know, maybe squash. We are the leaders of squash in the world. Soccer, you know, things like that. This what bring people. This what makes people talk about the destination, whatever the destination is. Especially sports. We see now the Premier League in the UK and the leagues of Europe and the Champions League. You know, these are becoming a multi-trillion euros and dollars industry right now. It's not just a sport. It's
sports events, organizing sports events.
Yeah, exactly.
When we talk about sports tourism, medical tourism, religious tourism, how do you see Egypt? Where is, or does Egypt lie with regards to these kind of tourism, medical tourism, for example, or organizing a sports event, as you've just mentioned?
Medical tourism, it's there, and again, we need to make it better. We need to invest more in. It's all promoting and marketing this. In Egypt, we have some of the best doctors in the world. I'm not saying this because I'm Egyptian, but I'm saying this because I heard it from other
That's true.
people from the region and from outside. Still, with affordable prices, nowadays you can see, especially the Egyptians that live abroad in the States and Canada, and so many times, so many cases, they fly to Egypt and they got treated and they stay a bit with their families, or even stay in a hotel or something, cheaper for them than having the treatment
abroad.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah,
and better, cheaper and better. So we need to
enhance or work on promoting medical tourism. What about religious tourism?
Religious, still mainly for Egyptians. Hopefully with the new big huge project of the Holy Family path in Egypt, this will make it even more, will bring more travelers. The path is there.
Where are we from the accomplishing this project of the Holy Family trip?
The services around the path itself. There are some cities, in Cairo it's no problem, in some other places, but in some places, and they are very important places, there are no hotels, no transportation. So
services. You need services on the road.
Services, yes.
Yeah.
You can have, this is one of, it's a problem here. You have the attraction, but you don't have the services around it. So you need the services around it. You can have the best temple, the best building, but no services around it, no transportation, no hotels, no restaurants, so nobody will come. So you need to really invest in this. I'm not talking about the country. It's this should be all for the private sector. The country just should, or the state should just facilitate and make things easier for the investors to invest more, so we can bring more travelers. It's a situation that both sides should work together on this. I cannot say this is the job of one side, not the other, but it's the job of the two sides.
Sir, in your opinion, how does the whole world view Egypt's legacy as a center of intellectual and economic activity throughout history?
Egypt always was, Egypt is the oldest country in the world, oldest, I mean, country with a system, ruler, a government, institutions, ministers. It was a system for more than 5,000 years ago. So always the example of Egypt as a state is always there. Egypt is in the middle of the world. It's so many things, you know. It's with our political situation, with our influence on the region, on Africa, on the Middle East, even on Europe, and so many. Egypt is one of the main countries in the world, really. If you see in so many situations happened, Egypt was the main player or the main key on resolving these problems and these things. I don't want to, you know, to go into details, but Egypt is it's right now Egypt's economy. That was a report, official report from one of the big institutions in the world. Egypt's economy is going to be number six within the coming 20 to 30 years. That means our situation economically and politically is very strong. It's always happened that there are ups and downs. Just what is the future?
Great. Well, let's check out this report on your tourism and we'll be right back.
The latest edition of Super Yacht Knowledge, a British magazine that exclusively focuses on the yacht tourism industry, has featured a special file about Egypt and its potential for this tourism. This came after the Egyptian General Authority for Tourism Promotion collaborated with the magazine to promote yacht tourism in Egypt in accordance with the directives of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi to boost this industry. The renowned magazine, which is distributed frequently to yacht owners and captains globally, sheds light on the introductory visit organized by the authority that hosted a group of yacht captains and journalists specialized in yacht tourism. During this visit, they explored many fascinating tourist destinations in Egypt that have the potential to attract yacht tourism. The magazine also features Egypt's historic super yacht, El Mahrousa, which is the oldest in the world, devoting an entire section to this yacht that was built in 1864 by order of Khedive Ismail for the opening of the Suez Canal celebrations. In addition to the yacht, the magazine reviews various tourist cities, museums, archaeological sites in Egypt visited by the delegation. These include the Grand Egyptian Museum, the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization, the Giza Pyramids area, the Valley of the Kings area in Luxor, and the iconic temples of Edfu, Komombo, and Fela in Aswan.
Welcome back, dear viewers, and talking about yacht tourism, Egypt is launching a digital platform to promote yacht tourism. What are the measures being taken to promote this industry in Egypt?
Yacht tourism is, again, one of the main tourism trends now in the whole world, especially in the Mediterranean and the Red Sea. Yacht tourism is mainly, we can say, it's rich people tourism. It's one of the Class A tourism, especially the super yacht, or what they call the super yacht, the multi-million dollars yachts. This section by itself, it's a multi-billion dollars income to just the countries around the Mediterranean. So in Egypt, definitely we deserve part of it. We have long beaches on the Mediterranean, so before it was very hard for them to come. It needed few days for the admissions and for the permissions, and now it's becoming very easy. Just to I think it will just take like 10-15 minutes for the admission and getting the permission for that to come into the Egyptian waters and dock on the Egyptian ports.
Mostly in the Red Sea or the Mediterranean?
Both.
Both,
yeah. Especially some places on the Red Sea, on the north coast and Red Sea, like resorts like Hurghada, like Guna, like Sharm el-Sheikh. Especially we have started now to have some attractions, what these people are looking for. These people are looking for the highest standards of service, highest standards of everything. They are, as I said, it's the rich people tourism. So again, we need to give them what they want. It's all about creating the attractions for what you are targeting, for which market you are targeting. Rich people, they have their own targets, they have their attractions. Middle people, they have different attractions, and so on. In Egypt, we can give every segment what they want, whether you're rich or middle or even lower, standard class traveler. Some people are looking for the best hotels. Some people are looking for one-star hotel or two-star hotels. Some people are looking for the most expensive cars to go around. Some people, they prefer to go with public transportation. So it depends. If you go to Europe, you can find this. You can go to the airport in any city in Europe. You go out, you can have a helicopter ride, you can have a limousine ride, you can have a car ride, you can have a taxi ride, you can have a bus ride, you can have a metro ride. So this is what I mean with facilitating things for the travelers, to give each one what he wants. So different categories of services, different categories of attractions, different categories of services. This is what will make Egypt have even more than 30 million travelers a year, which what we really deserve.
How do you view the strategy to optimize yacht tourism in line with the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi? Where did we reach so far?
Well, they started recently, so hopefully it will reflect positively in the coming seasons. It would need some time because this kind of travelers are a bit sensitive to political situations, so they might...
The regional ones.
Exactly. So I know there are some people who started to come, so this will encourage the others to come. And at the end, marketing is very important, but experience is also very important, especially with the age of internet and social media. And we can use the travelers themselves to market to Egypt just by publishing their experience and their pictures and their photos on social media, like this big wedding for the American businessman and his wife a few weeks ago, that took place here for 3 days at the pyramids and the Grand Egyptian Museum and Muhammad Ali Palace in Shobra. That was an amazing hype for Egypt. It went viral all over the world, and people were talking, oh really, wow, that's nice, that's safe, we want to do that, we want to go there. Even the guests themselves of the wedding, they started to post their experience on social media, and that was a great event and a great hype and a great marketing to Egypt. And
how can we further market these kind of events abroad?
By encouraging others to come, by of course it's very sensitive and a bit difficult, but it's not impossible. With this event, it will make things easier. It's more about I would say personal relationships with the travelers and with that kind of travelers out. Actually, we started to have some people coming from abroad asking to do events like that.
Yeah.
Not, of course, not copy-paste, but we want to do something at these places with that big. So it will come. It just that was a great, I would say, free marketing to Egypt, really.
Right. We cannot talk about tourism in Egypt and not mention the large number of museums in Egypt, and specifically the upcoming inauguration that all the world is looking forward to of the Grand Egyptian Museum. If you would like to elaborate.
Grand Egyptian Museum, yes. The whole world is looking forward for it, even us. It was supposed to be open 4 years ago. Just we had first the corona pandemic and then other things. So, but hopefully it will be open soon. Hopefully this year. It will be the largest museum in the world dedicated to one civilization. It's an amazing place. I've been there twice, I think, or 3 times. It will be an amazing place. It will be an amazing. Everybody went there. They got really amazed with the place itself, with its architecture and with the monuments that they saw. Because so far, what you will see is nothing compared to what you will see when it's open, with the whole collection of King Tut and other statues and things. This is just one small part of our rich history. So, you know, this whole museum, with the Egyptian Museum, with the Museum of National Civilization, with so many other museums, it's attractions. It needs again the right thing, the right marketing, the right services around it to attract people. Because you can come to Egypt so many times, and every time you see different
places.
Different places, yes.
Definitely. We're looking forward to a great season, upcoming season in tourism. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Ahmed Badr, tourism expert. Many thanks for your presence and for your insights, sir. And dear viewers, that brings us to the end of this edition of the Daily Debate. Many thanks for watching. This is Naveen Ramli signing off.